What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our channel. I'm Bree.
And I'm Evan.
And this is Reality Check TV. Here's where we discuss some of our favorite reality shows to watch together as a couple. So if you love reality TV like we do, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can get notified anytime we post a new review.
And do not miss out.
And no, you don't want to. How are you guys all doing? My beautiful people, beautiful fam. I hope you guys are having a great week. I just feel like this review might be super quick, right? Like I feel like we say that often, like it's going to be quick, but no, for real, this going to be quick. Because this episode was low-key boring. And there's not much else happening to me. So I think we can kind of speed through this. And we got bigger fish to fry. Okay, we got another review coming right after this that we got to hurry up and get to because there's a lot going on that show. So you have anything else for the people?
This is about to be a doozy.
It is. Let's get into it.
Okay, you guys. So the theme for this week is, well, it started out with the man meeting Tommy and for the ladies to meet their family. And to run it back to you guys, there's only 3 men left. We have Q, Maury, and Phil. And just to run some of you back to speed who started watching a little late, Quentin supposedly has Lee, and keyword I said supposedly in parentheses, but has Janelle as a connection as well. It's Phil and Aries. And then is Maury and Jessica, and Maury and Kat out of nowhere. But, we'll definitely get into that. But we're going to start out with Q.
Yes. And
Q brought his cousin. I think his cousin's name was Darius. So the first lady he met with was Lee. And, to give y'all my opinion, I felt like this was a waste of time. Q, come on now. Like, why are you dragging Lee like this? Like, she has better things to do. But pretty much, Q tried to say, his little friendly things. Like, I love, she's just so sweet. We have the fitness in common. I love how she makes me feel sometimes. And me, I'm just watching the TV like, dude, stop it. Stop it.
This is so fake.
And, Lee, she said her pleasantries. I'm not going to go in detail because, like I said, this just did not make sense. This is being dragged out by Q for some reason. And his cousin ended up saying at the end of that, oh, yeah, I like Lee. I can see that. Okay, let's fast forward on the fishing rod. So, later on, the cousin met Janelle. Janelle said her pleasantries, his cousin Darius at the end of the day started saying things like, yeah, I can really see y'all together. Like, the way you were looking at her, like the way she had you looking, I just know that's the one. I feel like he's looking at Janelle more in fear. And I say that because she's been stalking him the whole season. He cannot talk to other women.
I was like, what?
So, the way I felt like he had to look at her that way because of fear. I don't know what's happening off camera, but Q, blink twice for help.
So, guys, I'm sorry, but, we really don't have much to say about these 3. I mean, I just really don't. Q is continuing to act like there's any hope, I guess, for Lee. They even went out on this date at a batting cage. It was pointless. Meeting his cousin was pointless. Talking to Lee was pointless. You've already made up your mind. And Lee already feels that. Like, Lee's cannot let go the getaway that they had maybe, a week or 2 prior. And I don't blame her because he made his choice. Like, it was very obvious he was not away from Janelle. Like, it seemed like they were a couple. That's how they existed in the house. So because Lee was feeling what we all see, she went ahead and she self-eliminated, right? So the men did have the power this week to eliminate one of the ladies. And I want to say I was the one that said that Lee was next. Did I say Lee was next or did I say Kat?
I said Kat.
Okay, then I said Lee. And I knew it. Like, I knew if they were not going to eliminate her, she was just going to leave. I think, honestly, she really checked out even before the trip when they met the friends. I think, was it friends or exes?
It was the exes.
It was exes. And Q kind of put it out there that he ghosted her and in front of Janelle. And I don't think that Lee has been able to bounce back since, to be honest. And so the writing was on the wall. It was clear. And when the guys meet up in the men's lounge at the end of the episode, Tommy brings the news and lets everybody know that she decided to remove herself from the process. And Q goes on like this fake, like sadness or whatever, saying like, you know, basically, I hate that she did that. Like, she really did I was still battling between the two, basically, which is a lie. Like, Q only was upset that she self-eliminated because he wanted to be the one to eliminate her. And I feel like it was so obvious that that's what he was trying to do. And that's where his disappointment came from. Because again, you have made your pick very clear. And I also think that it's funny that they also brought up Janelle's age in this episode, which Janelle has always been 41 since the beginning.
Because I believe Quentin's 33, she's 41. So I don't know if he thought as the days go on, she gets younger. But
like what?
You know, it's
Caesar. Can you stop? I'm sorry, y'all. My dog, or his dog, not my dog. His dog. Calm down. Okay, go ahead, because he not for it.
So, you know, my thing is, from the beginning, you met Janelle. I know you knew her age. And you must just, I don't know if you thought there was like some, you know, magical age fountain in the backyard of that vacation spot where she drank it and she's going to go down a couple years. I don't know, Q. But she's been 41.
It's either 41 or 42.
She's 41.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm very curious to see, now that's a problem while we're at the end.
Now that puts me at pause.
But my thing is, I really felt like Lee. I felt like the writing was on the wall, but I felt like her last try for Quentin was when they were going fishing, and she tried to have some time with him, but the big bad wolf came outside and took Quentin's attention away. And after that, I already knew she knew it was a wrap. She was just like, yeah, this was my last attempt.
I can agree with that too. Like I said, I think the date with the ex was what like put the bad taste in her mouth. And then I do agree that moment was kind of like
her last
all or nothing, right? The trip. Yeah. And she said that in this episode. So again, nobody's shocked. It's just that Q, it's one of those things where it's like, clearly you took her for granted, and like I think you really like the fact that you had two women that were trying to chase you, because both of them do that, and both of them have like the pick me energy. So I think he's just more disappointed that she took control, because men don't like when we get in control now. So she was able to control her own destiny and was like, this isn't for me.
Right.
And he's already made his decision, and I don't want to be second best. I also don't want to feel like I am chasing you. I want to be chased. And, it is what it is, Q. Like, nobody cares.
So let's keep it pushing. Let's move to our man, Notorious. Real name Maurier. So he had Jessica and Kat meet his big cousin. Don't ask me the cousin's name. Didn't catch it. The cousin,
I'm thinking about it. But go ahead.
Okay, let's just get to it. So, Maurier, I'll be honest with y'all, like, So I'm on Facebook and I'm in a bunch of these groups because I enjoy reading what other people how they feel about the show. And a lot of people are very surprised Moria made it this far. And
really?
the more surprised off of they feel like he has not showed no form of romance this whole season. No form of intimacy. Like people talking about he hasn't kissed nobody. Like it's just everybody's feeling homie vibes for him. And a lot of people, and he did. Don't quote me. I thought he did say he hasn't been in love before.
He did say that at the vacation.
Yeah. I just think it's interesting. A lot of people are really surprised he's still there.
Are you surprised?
Honestly, not really, because I felt like at the end of the day, I felt like he's been himself. He's been chill. But I just do not feel Jessica's feeling him like that.
So that's what would make me surprised. I mean, I am one of those people that I'm surprised that he made it this far. I liked Morier majority of this process. Like as a person, he seems like he's a good human being. But I am surprised for the exact reasons that you were just saying other people feel, is because there hasn't been anybody that I felt like there was like this spark and like this physical attraction, right? And it's so ironic because I remember, again, going back to X Week, when his ex was mentioning like his sex drive and they were talking about like how that's a big deal for him, and I just can't tell.
Because he hasn't even tried to make a move on Jessica, and that's supposed to be your top.
No, but and that's what's crazy, because I do feel like Morier is a smooth talker. Mm-hmm. Like he got a little bit of the swag and knows how to talk, right, to women. Maybe he's getting he's getting the energy or feeding off of the energy that he's getting. Because I will say Jessica, I'm very shocked at Jessica being this far if it wasn't for Morier, because Jessica has really shown like no type of...
Yeah, she's been pretty closed off.
Right.
She's been
She's been giving me homie vibes.
That ain't
not combative.
Well, that and a little guarded.
Guarded, guarded and just homie. Like, you can tell when Morier and Jessica get together, you can tell like they can be really, really good friends. Mm-hmm. But are you guys a good couple? And I felt like the very first date that they had, I was seeing the spark. I was seeing the attraction. I liked the way the conversation was going. I was like, well, I'm a like these two. But I don't feel like there's been any progression.
No.
Like, I just feel like we should be a lot further along since we're at the end.
And that's what I'm saying, because, you look at the couples, Q and Janelle Crazy Ass be all over each other. You got Phil and Aries, they share a kiss. They kind of be intimate.
Yeah.
But, it's just like Morier and Jessica just stare at each other, stare at the stars.
Or even the way Phil would look at Aries and how Aries looks at Phil and how Janelle looks at Q and how she even looked at Herbert. Like, we've seen it even with people that we don't even like, right? We've seen them look at a person, give that person a look, or there was just an energy and a vibe that you was getting from them. And I feel like at this point, which is the end, we should see that with Jessica and Morier.
Right.
And it's not giving that at all. So they ended up having a conversation towards the end of the episode. And just to kind of like do like a temperature check and see where they stand pretty much. And Jessica gave him the update on how everything went with Chris, and Morier said he was surprised. Jessica even said she was surprised based off of how he like blew up on her. But I think the real takeaway was they both agreed that their only hesitation, or what puts them at pause when it comes to getting in a relationship with each other, is that Morier eventually wants to move to Africa at one point. He didn't say the country, but in the future, in the near future, he wants to move to Africa. And I think he said in about 10 years or so.
I think it's 10.
Yeah. And Jessica don't know how she feel about that. She's like, she has never thought about moving to Africa, or I guess out of the country, period. So that's the only thing that kind of puts them at pause. And I am like, I don't believe that.
Well, you know, too, during the meeting with the cousin, you know, she made a comment about the spirituality thing again.
We did get to that too.
You know, Jasmine made a comment saying that Jessica made a comment saying all the men she dated has been Christian men. And she, quote unquote, was not into that spiritual juju.
Yeah, that annoys me. That annoyed me the first time that we talked about it. When they met the exes, and I just feel like a lot of it is just ignorance, and I mean that in a respectful way. I mean it for exactly what the word means, just not knowing something. And I think it's her being ignorant to different ways of practicing, because he has said repeatedly he's a man of God. He believes in God. He believes in Jesus Christ. So I just feel like it's a lot. It's ignorance. You know, I personally feel like people are not able to have mature conversations about religion. You know, religion is such a touchy subject, and it's a very personal thing. And so it's hard to have that conversation without getting your emotions and your personal beliefs wrapped up and involved in it. And so it's very hard for you to hear the perspective of somebody else, or to understand where somebody else is coming from and their beliefs. So it's just a very touchy subject. And I just always, my advice to anybody is, when dating, this is a conversation to not avoid. Have the conversation early about religion. Definitely have it early. And be open and listen. Just listen. You know, if you're talking to someone that believes something different than you, listen and try to get an understanding. You don't have to agree. Nobody's telling you to convert to anything, but listen instead of coming to the discussion or coming to the conversation with your preconceived notions and your judgments on something that you don't know about. Just be careful with that. That's my only thing.
And, you know, back to this newfound love, we can call it, between Maria and Kat. You know, the cousin had a conversation with Kat. She asked her about Moria's spirituality, in which Kat says she doesn't mind it. You know, she believes in some of it. You know, and Kat made a comment too about, you know, she's open to the travel, the whole Africa thing. And after that, the cousin said to Moria, like, yeah, I like her. Like,
she liked everybody. She said the same thing about Jessica. Oh, I like her.
But
oh, y'all look good together.
Y'all, as I told y'all, I don't know why Kat is here. Right. Kat is really, I think she thinks there's a monetary prize if you make it to the end. And it's like, Kat, come on, like you it's like I think she came into the show, episode 3, 4? It's like, it was early.
Yeah.
But she came early, she kind of still been behind the scenes, like she's just chilling. And when, I don't know who went home when I started saying she's about to try to find something. She's trying to look for a connection. Like, she's not going to do it organically. Like, Herbert. She's forcing. Okay, Herbert. Yeah, I feel like since that, like, you know, she's been trying to force things. And it's like, Kat, there's no money prize at the end of this. Trust me.
Yeah.
You just get invited to the reunion.
And I low-key didn't really know how real the connection with Herbert was either. Well, we knew Herbert wasn't real, but on her end, like, I don't know. I think her coming into this process, she had her first date with Chris, Crazy Chris. And I don't think that there was a real like attraction to me there. I don't think she's really attracted to any of the guys.
I don't think so.
And I think she's kind of forcing it and trying to be open-minded. But now I just think that, she's just trying to make it to the end.
Because like I said, I think, I think she thinks this is Big Brother.
Right, because she don't like no damn Moria. She don't. Like, let's be honest. She does not. I don't believe it. Mm-mm. I don't know what it is. I could be wrong. They could be so genuine. Oh my God. But I'm not feeling it. I don't see it. It's not making sense to me.
I'm not feeling that. All right, y'all. Last one. So we have Aries and Phil. So I believe with Phil, Aries met his
cousin and his aunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. She met his cousin.
She met his cousin's aunt. Okay, folks, let's get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, let's
pretty much
wrap it up.
You know, they're shooting Aries questions and everything. Mm-hmm. And she of course brought up the big thing that she's concerned about. And I think the question was about what does she value or what is she looking for, something like that. And she at first said loyalty. And the second thing she said was security. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we talked about it last episode. You know, Aries, knowing her situation, she got 2 sons. And, you know, we don't know how her past relationships went too. But she's very big about being secure. And that means financially too. And when she said that, you know, it's funny because, you know, Phil went on the little confessional talking about that's kind of starting to get on his nerves. And I'm like, well, you know, Phil, welcome to dating. You know, welcome to dating. You know, some people are bigger and you know, bigger in certain areas. Some people have
standards?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, some areas mean a lot to people.
Yeah.
And, you know, let me remind y'all too, Phil has said it out his mouth. He has a bunch of business ventures. When some of them start not going the way he wanted them to go, you know, he said, well, I had to get a 9-to-5 now. But what does that mean? But come to find out, too, this is the most random thing. We found out what Phil does.
We did? We found out what he did.
Remember, he's a comedian.
Oh, was he being sarcastic? I'm a little slow.
No.
So, was he being sarcastic? I didn't take it either, but you know, I was a little bit under the influence when we was watching the episode the first time.
Nobody was laughing.
Because I was like, is he
If he's a comedian,
for real?
If he's a comedian, he sure don't look funny.
It's like,
he said he's a comedian, but
he didn't say he was a comedian.
Yes, he did.
I thought it was a joke. I thought he was trying to be sarcastic, but
I don't know what Phil did. I do not know what Phil did. But anyways, you know, after she met, you know, his people and whatnot, you know, they went, I think they were at a park or something like that. And you know, they had a talk because Phil felt like Aries is kind of pushing back, and what she admitted she is. And they had to talk again about security. And this has really started to get under Phil's skin. He don't understand. He's getting tired of hearing about it. Once again, Phil, welcome to dating.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Phil, I mean, like I said, that Aries is a grown woman. She has certain standards, certain preferences. And my thing is, she's telling you this, you're getting annoyed because you know you don't, either you know or you feel you don't meet what she's looking for. And maybe security to her doesn't mean the most richest guy in the world. Maybe it's about you just have a plan.
You know, I wonder, it's like all seriousness, right? I wonder if this is the type of man that Tyler Perry had in mind when he said, you know, if that man can only pay the light bill, it's okay. It's okay. I wonder if that's who he was talking about, y'all. Is this who he was talking about? Maybe he was talking about this type of man, right? I don't know. That seems to be the theme a lot in 2023. It seems to be the theme of really trying to, I guess, humble Black women and try to put them in their place, put us in our place, you know, when it comes to our standards, right? Like, we're not supposed to have standards. Wait, what? Supposed to be happy that a Black man even wants you. That's what you're supposed to be happy about. You know, like, for him to get agitated about me asking a extremely fair question because we're in our 40s. Mm-hmm. We got kids. Mm-hmm. Okay. This dating stuff is real nice. Mm-hmm. But what does our future look like?
Right.
You know, is there like what's your plan?
Right.
You know?
He don't have one. That's why
he don't want to have adult conversations.
I feel like he just doesn't have a plan. That's why he don't want to talk about
exactly. That's how he got. That's why he got offended, right? And then gonna try to flip it and say, I'm really starting to think that it's about some like monetary things, trying to make it seem like she's, I guess, like a gold digger. Was that what he was trying to allude to?
I think so, but that's very false. Because
of course.
I mean, because her career, I'm sure she's fine, but she wants to make sure if something happens to her, you could handle the load.
And that is what Black women been saying. That's the point we've been trying to make for weeks now. For weeks. If something happened to me, are you going to be able to pick up the load? Or is it all on me? I'm getting really tired of this conversation. I really am, because I feel like is it just Black people that are having these conversations amongst ourselves? Are we the only ones that's talking about who's head of household, so this person got to make more, are we the only ones that's having this conversation? Because I really don't feel like they have these type of debates constantly in other racial groups. I really don't. This isn't up for discussion the way it is over here. Like there's no negotiating in other households, Hispanic households, white households about, what a man should be taken care of financially and what a woman should. I just don't feel like they have it the same on the same level that we do. And trying to constantly make us, meaning women, Black women, feel like we are gold diggers or we're unreasonable or all of the other hot button words that people like to use when it comes to us discussing finances within our relationship. I just feel like we're the only ones that's where it's up for debate. And we're also expected to lead the household financially and expected to stay by a man even though he cannot provide for us financially. I don't think it's smart to get into a relationship with someone and you are not sure that not only are they can't provide you any security, but they're not even secure with what they have going on single. Like, that's not smart to date that way. Like, I don't understand why this is a discussion and why he got offended by this. He should have been like, okay, clearly this keeps coming up. So I am obviously not answering the question directly, or there's something that I'm giving off that's making her question this. Like, we need to have a deeper conversation, but he's not doing that. He's instead, getting insulted by someone asking a fair question that is trying to be in a romantic, long-term relationship with him. Mm-hmm. It's above me. I just don't understand it.
So, y'all, the ladies got to meet the fam. No elimination because Lee eliminated herself. She went to go reclaim her time as much as she could because Q definitely wasted it. But y'all know, next episode is the decision for the groups. Q, him, Janelle. Yeah, we already know.
Did you just say that the season finale is next week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Season finale. Y'all, this episode's a little bit of a slow burner, but we have the finale next week. Y'all definitely let us know what y'all think.
I'm ready for the reunion.
I don't even know too much to think about this episode. It's slow. But y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all be sure to watch that finale next week. But like she just said, we're ready for the reunion. We're ready for the tea, What do you have? What parting words do you have?
Nothing, y'all. This wasn't really giving. And I'm so aggravated by some of the continuing themes that we keep seeing. I'm over it. But, did y'all see that commercial for the new show that they have? I guess it's like a Ready to Love 2.0, where they're bringing back 4 past female I guess, bachelorettes from Ready to Love seasons. And I guess they are giving them
another chance at love.
Another chance. And so they're going to be able to pick from a group of eligible bachelors. It looks very stupid. I don't like it. I don't like that.
Nobody asked for that.
Yeah, I don't like it.
And who is the producer?
It's the same. I think it's the same creators of Ready to Love. Like, it says Ready to Love Presents.
Whoever did needs to be written up.
I don't even know the name of this show, but
I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, it's very dumb to me. I think that when we first did this show, a review for this show, or it could have been Put a Ring on It, I mentioned that Evan and I really don't like dating shows. we just don't. We think they're fake. Like, we just don't think that they're real. But I will say, here lately, we've been watching a little bit more, just, I guess, to see how people are really dating and like what people are talking about and you know, all of that jazz. So I think them doing this little spinoff is going back to my original feeling of just it being fake, because now it's just giving, if you don't find somebody on Ready to Love, you then have this other opportunity to be on TV. Because I really just feel like it's just to be on TV.
Man, if y'all don't create a dating app profile.
Right. I just think it's weird. Like, it's just, I don't know. I can't even, I just don't like it. They should have thought of something else.
Christian Mingle.
Okay. Black people meet.
But y'all, we definitely hope y'all enjoyed today's episode. Thank you for joining us for another episode, actually, of Reality Check TV.
Yes.
And, by the way, our Huntsville is back.
Yeah, make sure that you guys click the next video. Go check out our Love and Marriage Huntsville review, because even if you don't watch the show, you don't want to miss our commentary.
Let me tell y'all, the 3 M's did not disappoint. Marsau, Maurice, and Martell did not disappoint.
Oh my God. Y'all, listen. I'm about to get real mad. I get mad even thinking about this. So let's just go. Let's just go over there to the other one. Let's go.
Y'all, sometimes coming to an end. So I don't know if I can say water no more. I don't know. Like, you know, everybody's on that pumpkin shit right now. So
they should really still drink their water.
Yeah. I don't know. Have a pumpkin latte and stay on the sidewalk. Shit.
Whatever. Bye.